name is Pat O'Connor. I'm the broker owner of the Veritas Real Estate Group. And today I want to talk about foreign sellers and the FIRPTA Act. FIRPTA stands for Foreign Investment in Real Estate Property Tax Act. It was enacted in 1984 as a way for the IRS to collect capital gains tax when foreign sellers sell their property here in the United States. Foreign seller is a non-U.S. citizen or someone who does not have a green card, an alien that doesn't have a green card. You can check in the irs.gov for a more complete definition of what constitutes a foreign seller, but that covers most of the cases. So when the foreign seller sells the property, they should declare that they are a foreign seller. The listing agent usually says it in the MLS remarks, and sometimes they add the FIRPTA addendum, and the buyer signs it or initials it, the seller initials it, they send it to the closing company, so everybody knows that it's a foreign seller. So how does the IRS ensure that somebody halfway around the world is going to pay their taxes? Well, they make the buyer responsible for it. So the buyer is going to hold in escrow 15% of the proceeds of the sale. And they're going to work with the closing agent. Agent's going to transfer the money into an escrow account. And within 20 days after closing, the buyer forwards the money to the IRS. Now, in some cases, if the purchase price is less than $300,000 and the buyer is going to live in the property for the next 2 years, then there may not be any withholding necessary. That doesn't mean the buyer's off the hook. Even though the buyer is not going to forward any money to the IRS, if the seller reneges on paying the taxes, they're going to hold the buyer responsible, and the IRS can garnish wages, or they can put a lien on the property. The enforcement of a lien is foreclosure. And even if they don't foreclose, that lien's going to stay on the property until the property's sold. When the property's sold, the IRS will get the money from the proceeds of the sale, provided you don't have a short sale and, there is no money to get. In that case, you better watch your bank accounts. Okay? So that's the only case that I can think of where there is no withholding, is if it's less than, $300,000 purchase price. And at that point, I don't think they need what is called a withholding certificate. If they're going to take a loss on the property, then they get a withholding certificate. There's a certain form they submit to the IRS. They can download a withholding certificate, and I guess it documents their purchase price and then their selling price, and if it's a loss, there's no capital gains. But they have to have all the paperwork completed and approved by the IRS before closing and sent to the closing agent so that there won't be any money withheld. Now, they're doing the 15%. Maybe that's going to be more than what the seller's tax bill is actually going to be. In that case, when the seller files their annual tax return, then they will get refunded the overage. So that's it in a nutshell. A lot of foreign sellers here in South Florida, so we run into this all the time. Some buyers don't want to mess with the paperwork, don't want to assume liability of seller in case something screws up. That's why title companies don't hold the escrow and forward it to the sellers anymore. And they leave it up to the buyers in case something happens to the wire or whatever. So that's fine. If you're a realtor and your buyer doesn't want to see foreign sellers' properties, that's fine. But they are responsible, if they do, for withholding the 15% and forwarding it within 20 days to the IRS. Talk to a CPA, talk to a real estate attorney, go to irs.gov and search for FIRPTA for more information, and have a great day, and I'll see you next week. Bye.